What's going on YouTube? Jason Dragonbane here, and it's been a couple weeks since the Infernoids got revealed, and I wanted to do some really looking into them and play testing them just a little bit before I gave you guys my opinions on them. So right off the bat, they are all fire and a fiend type deck, or archetype, whatever you want to say. So they're a whole new breed. No, there's never been another fire fiend deck before, and so far they're actually pretty interesting. They've only got 5 cards revealed, and they're rumored to get about at least 3 to 4 more monsters and maybe some extra backfield or some spells, but so far they're actually pretty interesting. So the first monster that they have is Infernoid Beelzebub. These names are really hard to pronounce, so forgive me if I really screw them up. But Infernoid Beelzebub. So all of them say they cannot be normal summoned or sent. Interesting for an archetype, but they must be such summoned from the hand or graveyard, depending on which one, by banishing X number of Infernoids. And you can only do this if the combined level/rank of all monsters you control is 8 or less. So you cannot summon any of them if you control level monsters or Z monsters that have effects that equal 8 or greater. So, interesting twist on this archetype. I mean, so far none of them could be normal summons. So it's going to be really hard at the beginning of the duels because you might have to minus yourself just to put a monster on board. That's one of the hard parts about them right now. But going on Beelzebub, he's a level 2, 0 attack point, 2000 defense monster. Once per turn on your turn, you can bounce a face-up card to the hand. That effect is brilliant. I love that effect already. Anytime you can get rid of any problematic card without destroying it, beautiful, beautiful effect. And then all the littler demons right now, or fiends, have once per turn during during your opponent's turn, you contribute 1 monster you control, banish a card from their graveyard. Both little fiends have that, and then the big fiend does not. So that effect can come in real handy if you're facing Burning Abyss or Stellar Knights or sometimes Shaddolls. Because I mean, it's oh, they sent Scram from Dante. Okay, well, I'm going to tribute something. Get rid of Scram. You don't get your Surge. Stellar Knights. Oh, you flip Call of Haunted, target your Deneb. Okay, I want to banish your Deneb. It's a quick effect, so you can do that anytime. Really good effects right there. Their level 3 monster is Infernoid Lucifugus. Lucifugus, you can special summon him by banishing 1, just like Beelzebub. And then once per turn, you can target 1 monster they control and destroy it. Not bad. He's basically a free pop every turn. And then he also has you contribute a monster to banish a card from your opponent's graveyard. Brilliant card still. He has 1600 attack and 0 defense, and when you use his effect to destroy a monster, you cannot attack with him that turn. I actually like that part because it keeps him in check. It's not you just get free pops and then swing for 1600 every turn. So I like him. He's good. He's free destruction, basically. You just can't hit for damage after that. So it's not bad. Next up, we have the boss monster of the archetype, or what's the boss monster right now? Infernoid Behemoth. He is a level 10 monster. So the second he is on board, you will not be able to summon any of the other Infernoids at that point. You will have to summon the little Infernoids and then summon him. But he is the only one, as of right now, that can be special summoned from the graveyard. The 2 other Infernoids you can only summon from the hand. Behemoth can be special summoned from the hand or graveyard, but he requires you to banish 3 Infernoid monsters. So, a little bit more costly, but he really makes up for it. So, like I said, he's level 10, 3000 attack, 3000 defense. Beautiful stats. He's got really good stats for what he is. And then, when he is special summoned, you can destroy all other monsters. I have found I do not ever do that effect unless Killer is on board. Quiltoff Killer. That is the only time I've ever wanted to blow something up. Because otherwise, you're looking at pretty much putting yourself into a situation where he's your only monster on board with nothing to protect him with. And then his other effect is once per turn during either player's turn, you contribute a monster to negate a spell or trap that is activated. Excuse me. So he's basically Garunix and Xian put together with really big stats. That's really, really nice. He's super good. His destruction ability is a little right now, but it can come in handy. So the only other two cards we know for this archetype is their field spell, which is called Overflowing Purgatory. So what Overflowing Purgatory says is during each of your standby phases, you can special summon a level 1 Infernoid token, 0 attack and 0 defense. And then if the card is on the field, you can banish Infernoid monsters you control to special summon Infernoid monsters. And then your opponent cannot target your lowest Infernoid monster for attacks or effects. So the whole big combo that you could really, really want to do right now is get Beelzebub out, Lucifugus out, and then Nihima. Because then Beelzebub and Lucifugus are completely safe as long as Nihimith is there. And then the tokens help you summon them, and Nihimith can use those to help protect all your monsters. So the field spell is really good, but it's going to be one of those, if you cannot start with this field spell, it can be really hurtful. So you kind of want to get that field spell as fast as possible. Terraforming is going in the deck at 3. And then the only other card they have right now is called Awakened Purgatory. It is a it's a continuous trap card, excuse me. And during each of your standby phases, so it's pretty much dead on your opponent's turn, but during each of your standby phases, you can send 1 or 2 Infernoid monsters from your deck to the graveyard. And then if you control any monster that is not an Infernoid monster, the card gets sent to the graveyard. Really good card, especially just to help fill your graveyard. One thing I found with this is the second you have one on that standby phase, chain it, put 2 Nihimas in the graveyard. You're not going to draw them, and now you can get them out of the grave. It's really good to just make sure you don't get Nihimas that quickly. And then you can use it to put a Lucifugus and a Beelzebub in there, and then you have a guaranteed Nihimith when you need it. Or at least, hopefully, when you need it. But yeah, that's really all they have as of right now. So it's a pretty good archetype as of right now. Like I said, they're supposed to be getting more support in this Secrets of Eternity or Secrets of Evolution, whatever it's going to be called over here. There is one level 8 monster that we know of. He's like Infernoid Aldrelamech, something like that. I don't really remember how to exactly say his name. But we don't know anything about him. We just know he's level 8. His artwork looks amazing. I'm hoping he'll be something really good for the archetype. But that's really all we know right now, guys. But staples for this deck is going to be the triple terraforming. You need that field spell to really help mitigate those costs. Burial from a Different Dimension and Miracle Dig to help put those banished Infernoids back in the graveyard so you can keep reusing them. Those are going to be really good options. And then the one other thing I found is Tour Bus of the Forbidden Realms. The card has seen 0 play, so probably no one remembers what it does, but when it is flipped, you can search any fiend monster that is not light or dark. So you can search Nihimith, Beelzebub, or any of the other Infernoids that will be coming with that one card. Granted, she is a flip effect monster, so she's really slow, but this deck cannot normal summon so far, so it might be okay. You never know. I also did see a deck profile that was playing Mound of the Bound Creator, so what they basically did was get Nihima, send him Nihima to the graveyard through the trap card, get him out, then play Mound of the Bound Creator. You can't target him, you can't destroy him. That would be pretty annoying to see this 3,000 attack point monster that can negate spells and traps, and you cannot target him or destroy him by card effects. That would be annoying. But so tell me what you guys are thinking of the deck. I'm really interested to see what else this deck is going to get because I think it has a really good chance. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.